On the brink of financial ruin, Central Powers made the decision to conjure new money and give to their institutions, causing dilution at the expense of the population, breaking the trust we were forced to place upon them. Then a protocol surfaced, distributed immaculate. Its resistance to coercion prevents central governance. But with traction gaining came the problem of scaling. Large miners and exchanges pushed to make changes. With profits at risk, they demanded a quick fix, while compromising the entire protocol's resilience. This tested resistance took pressures from belligerent corporates who made the decision to implement a top-down solution against constitution. Their approach was exclusion. Their downfall was ignorance. In parallel, a maverick grassroots campaign driven by users on public domain, with their laser-like focus to ascertain an opt-in solution within existing constraints and resilience maintained. Their stance did not wane until a breakthrough called Segwit, a technically elegant, computationally efficient, compatible update. The consensus mechanism defended the system against central coercion, and in that moment, David defeated Goliath. Though scaling issues were resolved, Goliath now craved for more control. The allure of new protocols was too much to resist. They could now take control and suppress user dissent, a chance to enrich. Insiders entrench through governance system of state. The more they make, the more they stake and stay ahead of the game. This system, their fiefdom, they rule by decree. Changes by committee adds complexity. Now large entities run your queries. Their equity sold as a way to free society. Trapped by duplicity, trust is vulnerability. In time, centralizing creations kneel to incumbents, using regulation to restrict competition and gatekeep free markets. Big corporate, big government collude their way to feudalism, preserving the same caste structure, the same class system, exploiting those whose energy is spent on lost hope from hard work and good intentions. Stake makes political power society's greatest ambition. Meanwhile, energy cuts the tie between money and abstract power. If its creation costs us energy and hours, then money cannot be produced endlessly at the expense of the powerless. Value for value enables a world built on merit. Energy cements the protocol's resistance to corruption in code upholding the scarcest of assets, enabling our savings, which is the basis for building our world we are individually shaping. In ways central planners can't even conceive. Only we meet our needs by free market techniques. The use of technology, the use of our energy, is how our species progress to become a more civilized society. Our universe holds a constant amount of energy in existence. So, energy is never wasted, only the form of it changes. Flared gas, nuclear volcanic explosions, captured and converted into electrons, powering computations to secure and run our independent monetary system. A natural and competitive process, rewarding efficiency and progress, driving investment, enabling advancement in energy sourcing and nation independence, threatening current forms of governance. Deception is their last-ditch effort to keep victims working in an unfair system. But amongst the commotion, the signal heightens, slowly, steadily, steering more and more people to the most fundamentally significant humanitarian effort in history. Individuals, communities, countries joining forces to build, teach, train, leaderless but aligned by a grander vision arising from one protocol that empowers us to resist
the force of a centralized, politicized, destructive monetary system, leveraged as authority to diminish freedoms and livelihoods of peaceful people, to feed the power-hungry military-industrial complex, perpetuating the cycle of war and suffering, to profit stakeholders of their system by siphoning our energy until society collapses under the weight of their greed.
But now we have an alternative, a virtuous ecosystem built on the foundation of incorruptibility, forged by the robustness of energy and transparency of open source code, to defend our stored energy from the reach of central powers, enabling our wealth to flourish with certainty over time, liberating us to explore greater ambitions. Through the programmable state of energy and interoperability of our interactions, value flows freely with finality from one another across the planet and beyond. Once we choose neutrality and truth as the pillars of value for our society, we reinstill hope and harmony in humanity and begin our journey towards an era of prosperity with Bitcoin.